Well, 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 I was not expecting to be filming a video like this, but I am. You know why? Because shit happens. Once again, the truck is down for the count for now. Temporarily, though. So, once again, we blew a turbo up, or a turbo blew up on this truck. It's been like it's been like 3-4 years since I've had a turbo blow up on the truck, y'all. So let's get this video started. What is up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having another good day. I come to you guys with this video, and it's been a couple weeks, but long story short, the Ryan's Diesel 64 mil turbo exploded on me, right? What happened? So essentially, driving on the highway, going to Vegas. So I got the truck going from San Diego to Vegas, driving on the 15, and I'm in the left lane, and there's a car in front of me going like 15 miles per hour slower than the speed limit. So I was like, all right, let me go around them. So I get in the right lane. I give the truck like 50, maybe 60% throttle, start going around, truck builds boost, no problem. As soon as it builds boost and it hits like 35 to 40 PSI, bah, just hear the loudest bang ever. And I heard the bang come from the turbo side of the engine. In my brain, I was like, well, it's either the turbo or the boot immediately. So, freaking, as soon as that happened, 2 seconds later, smoke is pouring. I mean, pouring out the exhaust, like bad. Smoke is pouring out the exhaust, and it's oil spraying everywhere. The smoke is like super black. Like, I thought there was a fire. I thought the turbo caught on fire when I pulled over. So I pull over, cut the truck, right? And smoke was still coming out. And I was like, what the hell, man? Oil's dripping from underneath the turbo. Oil's coming out the tailpipe. Oil's all it's sprayed everywhere in that area where the turbo's at, man. So I'm on the side of the highway about 100 miles away from my house, trying to go to Vegas. And I was like, all right, then. Well, this is it. So get a tow truck. Tow truck picks me up. Wait about an hour, get picked up, get towed to a random mechanic shop. Don't even know where it's at. And I leave it there for the weekend. Shout out to my boy Nick, because Nick, you know who you are and what you did, dog. I appreciate it. I had my boy go up there with his flatbed, pick up the truck Monday, bring it back down to the house. The only thing I've done so far was take off the intake, just because I wanted to see the turbo, right? I just wanted to see the turbo, and I have it off still. Last night when I got off work, I started taking off the wheel liner, and I disconnected the downpipe, but this turbo's coming off, you guys. So that's where we're at right now. Now, in terms of how it happened, I don't know, man. I do know when I emailed Ryan's Diesel, I talked to him about the turbo, saying this turbo is amazing, I love it, like, you guys did an awesome job, all that stuff. And he had mentioned making sure you get a new tune, which I did. I got a new tune revision for the 64, 67 mil. It ran awesome, no flutters or no turbo bark. Like, it ran very good. But something it was that, and then also I didn't have any boot leaks. Like, my boots were straight, I had no leaks, okay? Everything was good, Gucci. And my intercooler pipes are brand new. My intercooler boots are brand new on both sides, because I did the bank kit. And all the clamps are good. Well, one of the first things I noticed, and I'll put the clip in here, showing the initial filming of when I took the intake off. I filmed it with my phone and put it on my Instagram at the time, but... Well, turbo grenaded. Took the intake off. First time taking off the intake horn. Let's see what falls out, or if anything falls out. There's nothing in there. This bitch is cashed. Can't even spin the fucking wheel. One of the things I noticed was, one, the compressor wheel is 100% seized up and chewed to shit, and the nut that you would use to hold the compressor wheel on is loose. So I don't know if that nut started getting loose over time because it couldn't hold torque. Because once that nut gets loose, that compressor wheel, right, it has a tolerance, right? Like it can start to move, right? You're talking thousandths of an inch clearance between the compressor fan blade and the compressor cover housing, right? If you're off, 3/1000ths of an inch or 4/1000ths of an inch, any direction, that wheel is going to eat itself up. So initial impression, I am believing that nut came loose. I know everybody's going to ask, well, does it have a warranty? It does have warranty. Ryan's Diesels, I hit them up. They said just send it back to us so we can look at it and stuff. Now here's my thing, right? I'll grab my stand. Now here's my thing, okay? So that turbo got sent out to the channel to make a video on. I made a video, like I did all that stuff, right? Upon reaching out to them, they said, yeah, send it back so we can look at it and stuff and go from there. Well, I did was, and I'm being 100% transparent, right? So for instance, I didn't pay for that turbo, right? It got sent out. So I'm technically not a paying customer, right? But I said, well, that turbo is like 70 pounds and it's going to Wisconsin from San Diego. Like, that's not going to be cheap to send back, right? So they said, essentially, they was going to find out for me if I asked them for a prepaid label. They said they were going to find out for me if they would do that, because they say they don't even do that for their paying customers. So I was like, at that point, I was like, well, it looks like I'm running a different turbo. Just because, you know what I'm saying? When I had my Smedin turbo, my Smedin 464, it went out on me. I hit up Mac at MDC Diesel, and I said, hey, dog, this turbo blew up. He emailed me. He's like, hey, I just sent you a prepaid label. Go ahead and send it back. Got you, brother. So here's the turbo. As you can see right now, right, it doesn't look pretty in there. It really doesn't. And I'm going to take this off today. All of this is coming off. Okay. Manifold, turbo, intercooler. I'm going to have to take the actual intercooler off because I need to make sure nothing went in there, right? I'm going to take off the intake manifold, even though I don't want to, but to make sure there's nothing in the charge system, okay? So we're going to do that and then go from there. But right off the rip, man, so this is what I was telling y'all about with the nut. Now, obviously, I didn't touch none of this stuff. I just took the intake off to look at it, but you see the state of that compressor wheel, you can't even spin it. It's stuck, right? And the first thing I noticed, you see this? You can see where the Loctite on it, the green they had right here, it looks like they had it torqued. And you can see where it's loose, right? So I don't know what the hell happened to this thing. I honestly believe that nut, I think that nut started coming loose. And it came loose, and that compressor wheel slowly moved, and it just killed itself. So, I mean, there's oil residue everywhere in here. The inside of my truck still smells like oil. And this happened about a week ago. Last Thursday, this happened on my way to Vegas. I did still make it to Vegas too. I ended up having to get a rental car from Ontario Airport. So, truck's gonna be down for a little bit, but I mean, it is what it is, right? So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna start taking it apart and all that stuff. So where do I go? Get my shades. So where do we go from here in terms of a turbo? Well, I'm heavily considering doing a second gen swap. Either the Evil Fab kit, which I probably more likely will go with, or the Slosh Fab kit, if I can ever get a hold of him. I know he's a busy man. Or I'm thinking about doing another drop-in turbo. The drop-in turbo, though, I got it bad. Like, I was looking at Turbo Time USA. I know some people messaged me saying that they run their turbos on the 6.7 Cummins and love it. I know one of the things for my channel and the turbo I put on with the Ryan's Diesel turbo is that there's nobody else, or really I was like the first one on YouTube to run their turbo on a Cummins, right? Because they specialize in Duramax turbos. I'm not saying they don't know how to build a Cummins turbo, because making a turbos are turbos. They're just, they look different, right? But I don't know, man. I really don't. So, and I've installed plenty of turbos to where I've never had that happen. And that sure as hell ain't from installation, I can tell you that much. Either that turbo wasn't balanced correctly. They had cheap Chinese bearings inside of it for the 280 degree thrust bearing. It just depends, man. So we're gonna go ahead and start taking this apart, and I will get back with y'all. It sucks, man. This thing was running awesome too. It really was. But I think we about to go to that 467 life. Really want to do that stainless diesel 468 5-blade. That's the move right there. So problem is nobody makes second gen kits like that anymore in terms of, you know, the big companies. So if you guys know other companies besides Evil Fab, Slosh Fab, that make second gen kits, and obviously Smet and Diesel second gen kits, let me know. If anything, I might just start rigging up, piecing my own kit together, and just going from there. Say fuck it. Yo, so went ahead, got everything all ready to go. Only thing I got to do, disconnect the 4 bolts for the manifold, or for the turbo going to the manifold, and then we'll be good. Got the intake hot pipe disconnected. I even went ahead and disconnected or unclamped it there. I'm gonna pull it out because that intercooler is coming off too. So we got that. I went underneath, undid the drain tube, turbo drain, super quick. Down pipes already disconnected. I already went ahead and then took off the oil line, going to the right there, and then the coolant line on top. And then I disconnected it from the firewall, from the engine block for the bottom side. I'm gonna just let that chill in there when it's time to pull it out, and then she'll be ready to come out. Once the turbo's out, I'm debating taking the manifold off now or waiting. I think I'm gonna just take it off now. Take the manifold off, and then we just gonna be chilling, waiting until further notice. So, and then we'll move to the front near the intercooler, and then we make some weight, pushing P. I went underneath. I was cleaning up a little bit of the mess in there. I think once I take it out, I'm gonna go to the parts store and buy some engine foam degreaser, and I'm just going to spray this whole side of the engine down in the frame, and then rinse it off, because it is dirty. It's oily, man. So we're gonna clean it up some, and then I think I got some engine paint in the garage. I'm gonna spray this side of the block down black, just to like make it look clean. You know what I'm saying? So she's coming out, almost out. Yes, sir. All right. Turbo is officially fucking out. Okay. So get y'all off the mount real quick. So we got this thing out now. So you can see she gone. That back corner bolt for the turbo kind of gave me a fight. Even though I put anti-seize on it, I had to spin it out. But I took the intercooler pipe out too on this side. Caked with oil, just like I figured, right? Oh man, look at all that. I mean, and it goes all, it's in there, man. Both sides. So that's the side that connects to the turbo. This is the side that connects to the intercooler. You know what I'm saying? If I can get in there. There we go. See all that oil? So, intercooler's coming off next. Turbo, I mean, you can see in there. Heavy ass sucker. Now, from a standpoint, right? Look at this. Do you see that? And then this is loose. Like, do you see what happened? That shaft snapped. I also found another piece of the turbo on that. Oh man, it's leaking oil. God damn it. And we come over here. You come to the backside, and there's nothing in there. There's no turbine wheel at all. So that whole shaft just snapped and just is gone. Like legit dead ass gone. Luckily, this is the exhaust side, so that means that it goes out the exhaust pipe. But this turbo is smoked. The only thing good on this turbo is probably the actuator, because it's a brand new actuator. So I'll probably take the actuator off and sell it. You know, maybe see if there's a company that buys these cord junks. Sell it to them for like $100 just to get some sort of money out of it. So now we're gonna go ahead and start working on removing the intercooler from underneath the truck. That should be fun. Not really, but we're gonna start doing that shit, man. It fucking sucks, man. It really does. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, obviously, I put this turbo on fully expecting for this thing to run, be good, which it was. But then it killed itself. You know what I'm saying? The plan was to compound on top of that turbo, do the S475, the one that's in the garage. So I'll show you guys. I probably never show. I have. I just don't. It's been a while. But the plan was to compound and run this bad Larry. This bad boy right here. Okay. We're gonna run this on top. This is an S475 Smedden diesel turbo. This thing was about to be screaming, but plans have changed. So I might be actually, this is brand new. I might end up selling this because now that I'm going in a different direction. Because if I do compounds, it's probably gonna be side by sides. Just saying. With the S467, S488, a couple Nagasaki's in here. Blow this bitch to Timbuktu, you know. So I don't know yet though. I don't know what we're gonna do, but I do know that this is coming out because it's already out. So I do know that part. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and take the manifold off now one time. We are doing a second gen swap after taking the turbo off. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a second gen swap. Evil Fab, more than likely. I tried reaching out to Slosh Fab, and I was in touch with him, but it's kind of hard getting a hold of him. And I don't want to bother him, you know, saying I don't know if he's doing it full time or what. I think he does it out of his garage or something. So it's nothing to him. It's just like I need something. I need to order a turbo. You know what I'm saying? Oh look, I got an email. Oh yeah. Ooh, well, I just took off the exhaust manifold. Everything's fine. There's nothing's broken, but you come back to cylinder 5 and 6. Oil. I mean, you can see it, hell. See all that? So obviously based off of what happened, right? So because I was on the highway, so my engine was probably at like, I don't know, 21, 2000 RPM, going 70, you know, 75, 85 miles an hour. When that turbo blew, obviously your oil pump's pumping oil at that RPM, so it's gonna pump oil faster through the turbo. And by the time I was able to pull over, because I ain't gonna lie, it took me probably like about a good minute and a half to 2 minutes to pull over. It was just burning oil, like smoke was pouring out the exhaust. Yeah, you can see that, that's not good. So there's probably oil inside of here. Whenever I start it, it's probably gonna be smoking for a while, but just burning that crap off. Yay me. If anybody's been in this situation before, I would love to hear what you had to say. Definitely. I've never been in a situation where my shit blew up this bad, right? I mean, you can look at the oil coming out, man. Look at that. See that? Like, that's just sad. That's really sad. So, seems like the best thing to do is just get on the highway. Once it's fired up, get on the highway and just freaking run this bitch so it can burn off all that crap. So if oil's coming out the exhaust, if it's coming out the exhaust manifold, that tells me it made it through the intercooler, through the cold pipe, into the intake manifold. So all that stuff definitely has to come off if I'm looking at it from there. So the disassembly will continue as we continue to take apart the carnage. Oh man, but yeah, we good here though. Don't worry, Eric, I'm gonna get this cleaned up for you, dog. Still good. It's just dirty. Get her wiped down and stuff. And I got the plug for the EGT port I gotta throw in there. It's a pretty manifold, I will say that. definitely Steve Speed did a good job with this, man. Looks good, sounds good, excellent quality. It actually installs straight. It's not all bent where you got to manipulate it. I know sometimes on the cheaper 2-piece, 3-piece pressed manifolds, sometimes they don't clock them correctly, so some of your flanges will be off. So you got to kind of hit it with a mallet. So, all right. I think we are going to push on the intercooler now. I'm debating taking out the coolant pipes and stuff right there, because that's all going to come out for the swap. So, and then also, I probably should have mentioned that, I'm going to be taking out the factory electric fucking fan, and I'm doing the 7.3 power stroke conversion to a mechanical fan, because this fan is a piece of shit. This is a brand new, well, I say brand new, but I purchased it brand new from Gino's Garage. Mopar fan clutch, and the bitch doesn't, like, at a stop, dude, it pretty much kills itself, right? It barely blows anything. The truck can get up to 220, 225, and then when I start driving, it'll cool itself down again. So that fan clutch is, and it's always clicking in and out. I can hear it when it clicks in and out. So that thing's, I'm sick of that. So I'm gonna do the conversion kit. I think Power Driven Diesel has it, or XDP, one of those dudes has it. So yeah, keep on disassembling the truck. All right, so I think I made some good progress, y'all. Come over here. So we got the intake horn off. I got the intercooler off too. Took a few breaks just cause. We got the intercooler off, or the intake horn, sorry. And this wasn't like this before it happened, but yeah, no bueno. Well, so we're doing a grid heater delete now, because that's not going to stay like that. And then we took the intercooler off over here, and on the inside there's not a lot of oil on the inside. At least it's probably because it pushed it all through the engine, but you can see all the oil residue all around here, you know what I'm saying? All that shit, oil. So we got the new one in the box. I'm gonna be putting on the Mishimoto intercooler. I'm not gonna put that on today, just because today's all like just removing and stuff. I'm not gonna do the grid heater today either. If anything, I'll make a dedicated video. I don't know yet. Y'all let me know. All right, y'all. So I figured I'll just go ahead and show y'all the side-by-side comparison difference between the factory one and the Smedin diesel one. So right off the rip, the Smedin diesel one actually it looks way better, and this thing is massively thick. Smedin diesel. If you guys want this, links down below. Hit up mdcdiesel.com, and yeah. So the factory tank is, we're gonna call that about 4 2/3. Almost a little, actually it's 4 1/4. Sorry, so that's 4 1/4 inch tank. All right. Come over here to this one. This one's a solid 5 inch. So this is a 1/2 inch thicker. The core is 1/2 inch thicker. The inlet and outlet diameters are the same. I'm pretty sure they are. Let's see. I'm pretty sure they are. They look like it. If I can get the. So we're looking at 2.5, pretty much. Yeah, they're the same. So the inlet outlets are the same, but what matters is the tank, right? Because it's going to allow for more air volume, and it's going to make the air more denser, because you get density, right? So you can push more volume, and the air is going to be denser, which is theoretically is going to create more power. So I'm curious to see how the install goes. You can see here it has the fitting, the shroud screws in it, so you can put the shroud on. There was a shroud here on top that I popped off because I wanted to measure them. You don't put it on this one, you don't really need it. And there's also a shroud that goes on the front side as well, and you can see here that the fittings, you can't see it, but if you look in there, that right there, and then there's one down there, that's so you can install the shroud on the front side. So we got some, that's quality right there. But that is what's going to be going on. I'm not even going to waste my time trying to clean this. I've had this for a long time. So over here, you guys can see I took off all the parts. So this was the intake horn, right? And you look in there, man, I mean, you can see all the oil residue in there. Oil residue all over the... It's just a shitty experience, man. And since this is off, probably going to be powder coating that. This is the cold. I think this is the cold side. Yeah, this is the cold side. Cold side will not be getting reused. Just because the 4th gen kit I ordered, it comes with a different piping system that won't work anyway. So it's gonna be kind of nice not having to install that, because that is a biatch. So then we come over here, y'all. Every time I take stuff off, I mean, you see this? That wasn't from. Part of that was from it being not deleted for 160,000 miles. But the other part of that is from what happened with the oil getting in here, because it was not that wet and caked up in here. I can tell you that for a fact. I mean, the gasket is crushed on there. It wasn't that bad, but I refuse to run my truck like that. So gonna be ordering or getting a grid heater delete kit. So probably Monday I'm gonna take off all the fuel lines, clean everything up, install the new grid heater plate, reinstall everything. I will film that. Luckily I have a long 4-day weekend, so tomorrow the Hurricanes play Florida State. They're probably gonna lose, but it is what it is. Got this piece of shit, don't know what to do with that. If anybody knows someone who buys junk turbos, let me know, and I'm gonna take the actuator off and sell that. I almost debated starting the truck to see if it would start and like kind of get the excess oil out of the cylinder heads, because man, I mean, one, there was no oil in the truck, so I added some oil because I was going to start it, and I'm like, man, it's not even worth it, honestly. It really isn't. So if you guys got any tips in terms of that, the way I look at it is, once everything's all set up again and buttoned up, once I start it, it might be smoky for the first couple minutes, but it's going to burn that oil off eventually. It's just a matter of time, which I'm fine with. I just, man, like, God bless. It's rough. It's rough. For sure. And like, I'm trying to think what else happened. So when the turbo blew, the truck wouldn't, no, it wouldn't, I don't think it would shut off, because when I hit the button to stop the engine, it wouldn't turn, it didn't do anything. So it was a shit show that day, man. I wish I would have got it on video, but I was on the side of the highway and I was just trying to stay alive because I thought the turbo was on fire, and like the truck was gonna catch fire. It's definitely, if you've never experienced that before, man, it's definitely scary, especially when you're on the highway, like on a road trip and shit. I blew a turbo before, but it was nothing like that. I mean, it just started smoking out the back a little bit, and then that was it. So, yeah, I think that's where we at right now, y'all. For disassembly for now. I gotta clean up my fucking mess out here. It's been a series of unfortunate events though, but it is what it is. I got good news though. So first things first, I ordered a kit. I gotta find my phone. I don't even know where my phone's at. All right, there we go. So I bought it from Point Zero Fab, based out of Canada. Yeah, Point Zero Fabrications. My boy Spencer, shout out to Spencer, put me on. Long story short, I wasn't going with Slosh Fab and I wasn't going with Evil Fab. Evil Fab's one thing. For Slosh Fab, it's just it was taking too long, man. Like I don't know. But anyways, I went with this dude. Found him on Instagram. Okay. And he mainly does power stroke work. He does everything custom fab. So this 2nd gen kit is 100% stainless steel. Everything he makes to order, it's loaded. So we will be doing that. And then I'm going to go on Stainless Diesel's website, order the S4 set, or I keep saying 478, S468 5-blade super core, the AKA 5-blade Mafia. So this is gonna be sick as fuck. Also through Point Blank, he not only makes the kits, but he also deals. So like, you can get the manifolds and all sorts of stuff. So he's doing everything. So I got all the steel braided lines, drain line, feed line, the spacer for the T4 manifold. We're doing the Steve Speed manifold. So all that stuff is being taken care of. So when the stuff comes in, the goal is to have everything else buttoned up, i.e. the grid heater delete, the intercooler, which I'll probably do that Monday, or I don't know, this weekend sometime. So all that stuff's gonna be buttoned up, y'all. I really was not expecting to make a video like this, man. I did not anticipate my turbo exploding. None of that stuff. It's just life happens, shit happens. I know a lot of you guys are gonna ask about what did Ryan say, or the customer support for the turbo. Long story short, and this is like, y'all know, man, I'm not like the trash talker. I'm not the bullshitter type of dude. Like, it's just at the end of the day, it's business, man. So Ryan sent the turbo out because I reached out to them. He sent me the turbo for the channel, right? I didn't pay nothing for the turbo, okay? Put it on, ran awesome, right? The shit happened, okay? According to him, or them, right? I don't know who's emailing, but according to them, when I reached out and told them what happened, they said, send it back and we'll take a look at it and see what exactly happened, right? And then I said, okay, well, can I get a prepaid label, right? Because this turbo exploded not even 30 days after putting it on. Not to mention the money I already spent on a tow truck, parts, because this second gen kit was not free that I'm ordering. Everything I'm putting on this truck right now is not free. I'm paying like out of pocket, which is why I'm a little more open and straightforward about this stuff. So I said, okay, well, can I get a prepaid label? Because, you know, shipping from San Diego, California to Wisconsin with a 70-pound, those turbos are heavy, man. With a 70-pound turbo, like, it's gonna cost it's gonna cost at least $100. They responded and said that even for paying customers, usually they said that they don't give prepaid labels. The customer is paid to return the turbo, which in my personal opinion, I think that's bullshit. I get it, you got a business to run, you can't be paying for everything, right? But at the end of the day, I think that's complete horse shit, that you would make a customer pay to send a turbo back to you to get looked at because it blew up, right? I can tell you right now, this turbo was not race abuse, right? If you buy a 64 mil and buy it with the intent of racing with that, like, unless it's a compound setup or something, like, you're already on the bad foot. I legitimately was just driving on the highway, you know what I'm saying? So I've already lost about $500 because I had to get a rental car when my truck broke down. Luckily, I was near an airport on the highway, and I had to pay a tow truck to tow my truck off the highway back to a mechanic shop because I didn't have the roadside assistance on my truck. I had it on my car. Long story short, I messed that up. I have it now though. But yeah, so I already lost about $400 or $500 on that. I'm not gonna spend more money because as soon as that turbo blew up, I was like, I'm not fucking running the VGT again. Like, I'm done. I don't give a fuck, right? And then after that, I was just like, I'm not even if they would have said, hey, we'll send you another turbo to put back on, I wouldn't have put it back on because I wouldn't trust it like 100%. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is just me being honest as fuck at this point. You know, just because I have to do all this, and I'm not saying that it's their turbo's fault, right? Honestly, I don't know why. But what I will say is the two common reasons for turbo failures, i.e. tuning and boost leaks, I can put money that those were not the issues on this truck. Because I've installed thousands of intercooler pipes. I've installed I've installed plenty of turbo kits, and I've never had an issue once of a boost leak. I know how they look, how it should be, right? They're brand new intercooler boots and everything from Banks. Like, they're not even 6 months old. So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, things happen, right? And I'm not here to bash their company, to bash their brand, because again, they were nice enough to send it out for the channel, right? But I'm just being honest and like giving you my personal experience in terms of how that went and all that stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? You guys know this channel has never been the type to stir shit up or talk crap. Like, I don't do that. I know a lot of you guys are going to ask, what did Ryan do? What did Ryan do? Because I got a lot of people asking me on Instagram. Well, I'm telling you, this is what they did or what's happened, right? So after they sent that email saying that they usually don't give prepaid labels, even for paying customers, he said he would talk to Ryan and let me know. So I responded in an email, said, hey, well, okay, I appreciate it, just let me know. Had not heard a response since then. Today is Friday, November 10th. I think that email got sent Monday, earlier this week, beginning of the week, Monday, is when he sent me that and I responded to him. So I'm gonna be real as fuck. I'm not anticipating to hear back from them. Also, I kind of don't care to, just because I'm already moving on to get my truck back running again. So it is what it is. You live and you learn, go on about your shit. So cool thing is, we're gonna have some awesome ass content though, because we already have content to do, but now we have like a resurrection content, which has been a minute since I've been in this situation. I think on my third gen was with the Air Dog when it killed itself one time, and then it was the transmission, I guess, went on this truck, which has been doing good. That transmission is doing amazing. I mean, you can see it back there a little bit. But, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. She's going to be down for a while. Talked to homeboy doing the turbo kit. I keep forgetting the damn company's name. I keep wanting to say Point Blank Performance, but that's a completely different company. Point Zero Fab. All right. Spencer put me onto them. Thank you again, Spencer. About 2 weeks build time for it, and then all the stuff will come in. Once it comes in, put it on, run it, go from there, all that good shit. So until then, this is what we working with, y'all. So I got everything all taken apart. I will be selling the Banks hot side pipe because I won't be running that ever again, because I never will be ever running a 3rd gen style turbo. There's nothing wrong with the pipe system. So I got the boots, the clamps, and the tube. Somebody send me Cash App, Venmo me, I don't know, 150 bucks. That's yours. You'll get the boots, and then you'll get the I don't think that's the one. I think it's this one. Hot side. This one. Send me 150 bucks, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo, Cash App, and I will mail that to you. And then if anybody wants an actuator, brand new VGT actuator, that's fine. Hit me up on that. I'll give you a price for that. Those cost a lot more than what you think, and that is a whole set actuator. So we have stuff for sale. My boy Eric is getting the manifold, so that's already taken care of. And then we have the Banks cold air intake. I will sell this as well, and there is nothing wrong with this turbo kit. This intake's been on for not even a month on my truck, brand new, right? I got that. We got the tube over here, so if anybody's interested in a cold air intake for your 4th gen Cummins, get at me. That's for sale. I kept a souvenir, so when I took off the intake manifold, or when I took off my air filter, this was chilling in there. This is a piece of the turbine blade, or not turbine, but the compressor wheel. So this is a souvenir for me. Hold on to that, bad Larry. But that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I mean, when I say enjoyed, I mean hopefully you guys got spooled up, got the content information that you need out of this. I've pretty much been messing with the truck all morning / afternoon now. So I'm gonna clean up, edit this video, get you guys informed. Tear up the comment section. What do you guys think in terms of, did I handle the turbo situation with Ryan's good, or you know, is it messed up? Like, I want to hear what you guys got to say. Also, are you guys excited for a 2nd gen swap to be getting on this truck, because it's going to be lit, and it's going to be powder coated everything, 5-blade Mafia, like it's going to be sick. So let me know if you guys are excited, because I am. And then we got other mods happening, grid here deletes. Obviously I'm going to film everything as it goes, so it's not just going to be one fat video, right? That way compartmentalize the rebuild, if you say. And then if you guys have any recommended advice in terms of things, other things I should do or look at, if you've ever been in a situation where your turbo has exploded and sent oil all through your engine, I'm all ears. Right off the rip, I planned on going to like the parts store, buying some cheap, just basic diesel oil, service it, top it off, and then I planned on pouring about 3 bottles of Motorworks makes this engine flush, but all it is diesel and petroleum distillate to flush out any burnt crud or any gunk that's inside of the engine. So let me know what you guys think about that. But this is it. We got some work to do. Oh, one more thing. So I already got some stuff stocked up. We got coolant. Bought that from O'Reilly's, and then once again, Adrian, my AMSOIL plug, went ahead, got some AMSOIL 15W40. This is the marine diesel oil. In my personal opinion, if you have a pre-emissions truck, or if your truck's deleted, this is it. This is the best you can get. This oil has a total base number of 12, which is probably the highest base number you will get out of a synthetic oil. There's other brands out there. Look at their SDS sheet. That's all I'm gonna tell you. This is superior, okay? It says right there, advanced soot control formula. This is good ass oil right here. I used to run this in my 3rd gen all the time once I put the compounds on, because I was running Signature Series earlier, but now I'm gonna switch back to my 15W40 for this stuff, since we're gonna have the 2nd gen swap on there. So we got that. If you need AMSOIL, I'll always have his information down below in the description box of all my videos. That way, if you need it, hit him up, email, whatever it is, and get your order so you can get some oil for your truck and run that good stuff, okay? Until next time, you guys, thank you for joining. Take care, be safe, all that good stuff. Drop the comments, tear it up, all that good stuff. We got a lot of work, y'all, so I'm done. I'll see y'all later.